We need maximum brightness for this talk game, most definitely. Cause everything is not up to date. Videos getting corrupted back to back. Phone overheating back to back, which is whack. Can't even agree with that. Might clap back with a 30. Ooh, my fault. But we live life. We live life. We hard, and we slow. Whatever that means. Hello. I think the angle's off. The angle's supposed to be like right here, or is it more down here? What's the maximum angle that we usually? It's usually this pillar right here, isn't it? Break it down. Okay. Yeah, there it is. That's the angle. Ugh. You know, you gotta look drops. As you can tell, I just put clothes on, and yeah. I just wake up fly, and death, murder. This is from the Louis Vuitton collection. What is something I like? Supreme sweater. Skull Crusher headphones. This is actually a hoodie. I separated it from a flannel that I created myself. Jeans from American Eagle. Bape Nike Air Forces. Vintage, as you can tell, beat up. Nike sweats. Rhinestone chain. VVS earrings, as you can see. Yeah. Stocking cap from Hair Store. I don't know, bro. Stop bullshitting. Oh, wait. Don't forget the essential iPhone 6. You know what I'm saying? Something slight. Don't even worry. It's off. Everything off brand. Everything from China shops. Yeah. Okay, but anyway. Let's get down to business game. So, I'm probably going to post the shorts before the video so you can get the grasp of how serious this situation is. I don't want to put it in the air, but some of my videos are getting corrupted, mainly due to the space. Not everything's in captivity, but like the space. The caliber of how much space. It's in full capacity, not full capacity, but damn near there. It's reaching melting down point. I figured out what phone I have. I think I have a iPhone. It's not old. I got like an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Yeah. Even though we're on an iPhone 17. Okay, and so what? It's only 5 phones up. It's been like what 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Probably less than that actually. Because what did the iPhone 12 come out? 2018, 2019? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is cracked up, but we're gonna get a new phone. Then we gotta learn FA Studios, bro. I wanna be a producer. Not for like other people, but for myself. So we're gonna have to figure out how to produce music, cause damn, we're kinda slow today. My fault. I got that sleeper bill. But yeah, we're gonna have to learn how to produce on FL Studios, because BandLab, nobody's gonna take your shit serious. You can make a couple tough ass songs with BandLab. You know what I'm saying? Produce your own shit and, be like, your free owned artist, right? Because I don't want to be owned by anyone. I don't want no 360 deal or anything. But BandLab cannot be used on this phone also while I'm making videos. So I gotta choose. And I'm choosing YouTube videos because I can talk more, You know what I'm saying? So, like, we gotta figure it out, gang. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect me to do, honestly? Like, if we're being honest, bro. If we're being honest, gang, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but I can't do because of the limitations of what I have and what I don't have. But I don't complain about it. I find another way. Word. You know what I'm saying? When I couldn't eat, I learned how to cook. Word. When I couldn't move things, I worked out, get stronger. I didn't have expanded vocabulary. I read, not to be pretentious, but to, I guess, extrapolate, explain, to feel better. Not on no conceited shit, but like niggas be using overcomplicated words and everyday speak is very facetious and very pretentious in a way, you know. But if you're doing it unironically, then you're just a dickhead. Ain't that right, Deuce? Deuce. It's my man. Come here, Deuce. Can you see him? Barely. It's my main man right here, bro. Did you just fart? Ew. This is my main man right here. It's my main man right here. Deuce say in Korean. This is my main man. What you? I stink? You got her sniffing. You got her sniffing your leg like I. Oh, so my bad. Anyway, yeah, my main man right there. What I have been seeing lately is it's like once you have your style, it tends to become your whole personality. Like, and I feel like that's a problem. Well, it's not a problem. You do you. I hate saying that because it comes off like you do care, but you say that just to no. But like I think once your whole persona is like fashion or your whole persona is rap or artistry, it tends to, you know, people tend to not say take you serious, but like more see you as a caricature than a human being, right? Because clothes is expressive, music is expressive, tattoos, everything is expressive, right? You strip all that down, what are you, right? You're a butt booty ass nigga. Whoa, butt booty ass nigga, ain't nothing there, but just you, right? You yourself, your personality that you have, you know, created and cultivated over the years of every experience in your environment. Who are you? You strip all that down. Are you yourself because of your memories, the things you have earned, or the things you have gained? Or are you because of the distinct facial features and the things that are on your body, right? Because it can't be that simple, right? If everything was just to reset in a way that we don't have like social structures, hierarchies, pyramids, all type of shit, right? Everything was to reset. Who are you deep down? That's the underlining question. Who are you without everything else? I don't know. Shit, I still don't know. You know what I'm saying? I still don't know. And honestly, I think that's why, you know, like, I think the internet is a cool place, but then when it comes to social media, I feel like it tends to, like, you know, make people perceive you than what you actually are, and then, you know, the deception of all it all, because you can just be something you're not on Instagram, and then when you're face to face, you're like, you're not the same person I saw on social media. Obviously, we're all pretenders when it comes to social media, right? You know, we're all pretenders. Even on this YouTube shit, is it, you know, like, pretending in some way, right? This is performative, you know. You know, like, you can be an inquisitive creature without posing that way. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I think. And honestly, it's I don't know. It's just a different way to go about it, right? I think we tend to lose the mysterious, you know, the mystery, you know, the persona you so have once it's all on social media, right? And I can't lie. I was a victim of that. I still am, you know. Like, the only time I post now is if it's like one of my family members' birthday or to shout out somebody out. Usually my account's on private. I go on public, go post their birthday. My cousin's birthday is today, actually. What he turned? Like, I think he turned just 19. It's because I posted him, you know. I got a couple of views here and there, and I'm like, damn. We're all just monitoring spirits that, you know, are too cool to like and too cool to share, you know. Everybody thinks they're a mini celebrity, you know. And I guess it's corny to shout out the obvious that nobody wants to say. Deuce, you wanna go inside? All right, hold on. I gotta let him back in. find it. I'm not in the view. Okay, I'm in the camera. Come on. So back to it. As I was saying, like, you can't, like, since everything is so accessible now, I feel like there's no such thing as a mysterious or a promiscuous person is still that's still there, but a mysterious person, so to speak. I wouldn't call myself mysterious. I think people like to portray that, or some hard hood dude for the persona of it. Makes them seem cool, and being cool and saying you're cool doesn't mean you're cool anymore. You just illumine. You're alluded to it. Like you exude it type shit as an aura. But so many words have been used so much that it becomes cringy. Or you can't even use some of your favorite words anymore because niggas has been overusing it, and I hate that shit. Hate that shit, dirtball. I hate that shit. I hate that everything's been overused now. But with the overuse and the oversimplification of words and how it's used now, I think since everything's so accessible, you don't have the dopamine levels you used to have 10 years ago, 2016 and all those, You don't have the same spark as you usually have because everything has been overused, overdone, or recreated or remixed. Nothing has been created that is new. Even this, right? Look, this can be semi-new. The things that I'm talking could be semi-new. But there's people with the type of vibe that I have that create videos. They create videos about psychology or philosophy or how you should feel and how you should take your time. And I do that too, right? But I think the self-awareness of other people doing that makes me kind of different. But now me shouting it out, somebody will probably copy that later in the years. And then speak about this video about how they're doing it. It's like a trickle effect, a domino effect, they say. But this won't be the only video, I promise you. This won't be the only video for today, I promise you. We'll probably have another video walking around, and then the next video will probably be back here in the backyard. But I got so many videos. I'm creating multiple videos in a day, so present me does not have to have catch up, Because present me got a fresh retwist, probably no haircut, but fresh retwist, probably about to go out, about to chill, go read some books, probably gonna go to the library, knowing his ass. And, right? Everybody's trying to be everybody else when you're trying to be yourself. And then when people say I'm being myself, you're just copying others. Like this style I got on, yeah, it can be so-called original to me, but somebody else has probably already created it. That's why I said there's no such thing as the original thought. There's no such thing as the original creator. And even if it's semi-original, somebody has thought of it, but in a small or smaller aspect. You just have updated it, not updated that part, and you just have, upgraded it to make it yours. Listen, your ideas are not yours. Your ideas are somebody else's that's just not famous enough to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense why everybody is just they're not feeling the same how it used to be. You're not feeling that type of vibe you used to get when you're around. But then it has become, everybody's fixated on the youthfulness of calling everybody old. Like once you hit 18, 19, you're old, and people overusing lingo and all that. It's overstimulating to the point where you're not secreting any, your dopamine levels are like at a plateau where there's no increase or decrease. That's your natural state now. Back then, the natural state used to be right here, right? And even before that, used to be right here. You know what I'm saying? But now, the fucking dopamine levels fucking up here all the way to the fucking trees, So like, you're gonna be put in a box no matter, right? I bet you if I was a smoker, right, and I was smoking talking about this shit, you'd be like, he's just another fucking junkie, he's another pothead conspiracizing about bullshit, right? It's not the legality or the legality of what you're saying, it's the persona of the viewing mass. The mass that you have on your face is what they see all day. But internally, yourself, supposedly you know yourself. I don't know myself, you maybe don't know yourself, right? So it's three faces. I think it's been over. It's the face that you are perceived by, the face that you think you're perceived by, and the face that you actually are. Those are the three faces. Three faces that we all have, right? And I think the reason why people are so-called connected to me are because I don't perceive them how they think they perceive them, right? I perceive them how, not how they want, but how they need to be. I don't judge them. I ask them, what do they think? And I'm asking, that's not the right answer. Don't think the right answer because you're talking to me. What's the right answer to you, right? And that's why supposedly my energy is so good. I don't have good energy, you know? People supposedly siphon off my energy, but as I said, I am an evil, malicious, manipulating narcissist, pathological liar, all that. I'm all that in the books, bro. But once you're aware of it, it doesn't make you no better. I do all that. I do all that, you know? I do all that. But it doesn't make me no better because I don't smoke and I don't drink and I don't beat on women and I don't, you know, cheat. It's I hide my true self because I don't know my true self, and that's what's scary. But the most scary part of my life is being truly understand, because you want to be understand, but not to the point where they know something that you don't about your own self, which is scary, right? That's why the most so-called creative people are sometimes most malicious, not saying it's okay, but sometimes they're the most evilest or not the morally corrupt type of person, you know? The creativity creates insanity, and insanity creates creativity. You cannot have creativity without insanity, and you cannot have insanity without creativity. Even if the creativity is so decrepit and disillusioned by its own being, it's still there. Even with killers, they have creativity on how they kill and how they plan, and they're narcissists in different ways. Even if you're created to be a sociopath or a psycho, the creativity is still there, even if it's morally correct or morally corrupt. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. You can babble on and on about things that you tend to see that nobody else thinks of, but it won't matter unless it's popular. Unless your thinking point or what you're saying is popular, you will get covered up with holy yap or what the fuck is he talking about, or skip, you know? None of your shit will matter until it's popular. My music won't matter until it's popular to somebody. Oh no. It's either you're a niche or you're mainstream. Underground, niche, mainstream. Niche is semi-underground but more pretty, you know? Underground is just any sound that's underground. You gotta think, at one point, somebody that was mainstream was underground. Underground does not have a sound. Does not have a specific sound. It's the things that go around. It's multiple sounds that you can just pick and pry from things you cannot. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But you understand what you see. Everything that you see, you do, you touch, you have, that you eat was once an idea. Either they were no smarter than you or they were smarter than you. No matter what, the idea was sometimes in somebody's head, right? Headphones, phone, technology, language, everything was made up at one point. So even with that, there's a barrier that you must break in your mental to tell you to go on, right? It's not no motivational speech bullshit. I'm just telling you that's how it is. But you can't take it from me because I'm scared to grow anyway. God damn. Whoa. Like your stupid ass. But yeah. Sometimes you're just scared, bro. Sometimes you're scared to evolve, or you're scared to be judged. That was me. I'm still am. And so I was scared to play football. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was scared to play football. I was scared to dance. I was scared to make music because everybody else was doing it. I was like, damn, everything's oversaturated, so why should I do it if everybody else is doing it? You know? I wanted to be the first to do it, first to do this, the first to do that. But you're never gonna be the first. You might be the first one to think you're the first, but you're not. So it's a paradox, bro. I'm telling you, it's a paradox, bro. But that's it, to be honest. We're probably gonna wrap this up at like 20 minutes, and then the next video will be me walking around talking to y'all. So yeah, let's get this work. Thank you for coming to the Solitude Talking Meat, and I love you. And yeah, stay blessed and eat your vegetables. Yeah.